This build has been a crazy ride. It's had its ups, its downs, and its learning curves. It's also taught me to never give up. No matter how much you might be put down to give up already, keep pushing and turn that demotivating factor into fuel to keep your engine running. Prove to non-believers that you can overcome and create the craziest, most wicked go-kart the world has ever seen.
It's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And though I am not going through life regretfully, I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some more job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy, I'm getting there. Forgotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fall, I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, me home, it's shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though, it's hip-hop, you know. Or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. Yeah, I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up.
I think I lost one of the wires to the coils. It might have just melted or just rattled off because I forgot to avoid potholes. I was just like, still got fuel flow. Alrighty guys, so we just kind of cut out a spark, it seems like. Everything was going great, so what we're just going to do right now is pop off the body. I want to inspect the coil wires because they do run between the headers. So I just want to double check that. That's the first thing that came to mind. Alright, so all of the coil wires still looked pretty good. Everything was still connected. So I'm just rechecking all these clamps. This one was a little bit loose. I remember I told you guys a couple videos back that Ike from Cars and Cameras actually told me to kind of support these with like zip ties. So I definitely think I'm going to be doing that when we put the body on there and put a good amount of stress on them. Even though I did cut the holes in there, but every little bit helps. There's so many connections in there that could have just pulled loose. It seems like the kill switch. Oh, it might run now. Battery's dead. Alright, so right now we're just charging up the battery real quick, and while I was doing that, I want to check out the wiring right over here. The whole little electrical issue that we're having is from this area, so we'll definitely be able to figure it out. Alright guys, so we're heading back now. We got the NASCAR all loaded up. Unfortunately, it was on a rip. The thing was riding pretty good once, you know, when it was running, but there's some kind of electrical issue going on. We were talking before, we think it's like the CDI box or something like that. We got no voltage going to the coils or anything like that. Cleaned off the grounds, checked to make sure that it wasn't the kill switch. We completely eliminated that, so we're narrowing down the issue. This was the first drive ever, and I'm happy how everything was going once everything was going. But that's all part of it, of testing everything out, seeing how everything was. Other than that, it stopped smoking after a little bit, which is awesome, because we did get the fire up and I was revving it and everything was mint. It was running great. So definitely getting those piston rings seated down a little bit longer, you know, a little bit more and everything like that, just from, you know, continuing to run it. It was shifting pretty good. The clutch felt pretty good. I did make the adjustment before thinking that it wasn't, but it's just something rattling loose or whatever, something electrical that's cutting spark and turning it off. For the first test drive, I think it was pretty good. You know, it's all about testing, and we found a couple issues that we had, and we'll be back next time better than ever. But we're gonna head back now and I'll catch you guys once it's time to unload. Alright guys, so we are back. The NASCAR is unloaded and back into the shed, and this has definitely been a crazy weekend, that's for sure. Yesterday, we did a bunch of filming for the montage that you guys saw in the beginning. Hopefully you guys liked that. But it's been a little bit since you guys have seen the NASCAR, and there have been a good bit of changes and, you know, fixing up that there has been. But I also want to explain to you guys what went down today and why I wasn't able to really drive it as much as I like to. But when I did drive it, it was awesome. So one of many, you know, things that I did off camera was add this super awesome Lexan firewall between me and the engine, and it was awesome. I mean, it blocked out a ton of noise, a ton of smoke, because as you guys saw, this thing was smoking a ton, and that's because it just hasn't been started or driven in pretty much ever. Since the rebuild. Once I started riding it a little bit more every now and then, the smoke just started to go away because the piston rings, I believe, were just starting to seat and seal nicely. I put a NACA duct in there. I added some cushioning so I don't smash my skull open. I'm not going to go ahead and say everything because I did do a bunch of small stuff. Like I cleaned up a bunch of welds. I painted the exhaust. I painted the engine mounts. I went through some wiring. I did a little heat guard between the gas tank and the exhauster so that doesn't get all heated up. When I had the valve cover off, I just went ahead and threw new gaskets and stuff in there. But everything drivetrain held up. All the engine mounts are mint. All the welds are mint. Nothing broke besides what caused this to not ride anymore or start at all. So there's some kind of electrical issue going on. It's cutting spark, I believe. Now, we tested the kill switch and everything. I told you guys everything before, but I believe that it is the little box under there. Right there. I think that thing might have went bad because I'm not getting any voltage to the coils. I just hit a massive bump and it just cut off. I thought it was the kill switch because when I jiggled it, it started up, but I think it was just a coincidence. But other than that, I'm really, really happy how it performed. I mean, it's been a long ride, and I might just go ahead and just fix that stuff off camera unless you guys want to see it. Just get it done real quick, and then get a trailer, just so I don't have to ask for like a ride every time I take this thing out. And I do want to give a special thanks to my friend Dylan for supplying the truck and trailer. That was awesome, and also the spot he supplied. And then a huge shout out to my friend Ryan for helping me film that montage and basically everything you guys saw that I wasn't filming like I am right now. Those two were a massive help this weekend. Obviously, there are still a couple kinks that we got to kick out of this thing, but that's all part of testing and comes with the build and mechanics and everything like that. This thing actually handled really, really, really good. Surprisingly, you know, I took it around a little bit, and I thought I was going to understeer like crazy, but it actually gripped really well, which I'm really happy about. So with that being said, I'm going to be ending off the video here. Follow my social medias. They'll be on the outro of this video. Instagram, Snapchat are the mains. The base of the NASCAR is basically finished. Next up are just the polishing pieces, but everything that makes this thing go and perform is pretty much done. But hitting the streets for that very first time ever with the new engine, I'm definitely really happy how everything came out. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel. Alright.
Take one.
Let's retake that. I walk kind of fast, didn't I? So it'll probably cut right before I grab the handle.
the Honda motorcycle engine on it.
You're kidding.
No, it's a heavy, yeah, it's like a mini NASCAR.
It is.
Yeah.
My husband's a NASCAR.
He built it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wish he was home to see this right